Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping.
Well, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This 2nd and 4.
Another run here with Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7, Eagles 0. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there, so get it up to about the 28-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
But you look at this Bronco defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. This is taken at the 18. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
14 yards. That's good for Broncos. 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. And an Eagles first.
Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Eagles had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
30-yard line.
Now it's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Captain.
Throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Again, Dobbins trying the right side. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
14 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. To throw is Nix. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
180, 180.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
Tiger swamp, Tiger swamp. Crowd left Yeti.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The Eagles on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Off the play fake. Diggs. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Nix to the air. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Broncos first down.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On play action, here's Nix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. He stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 6.
Captain. Ready.
To throw, here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now they'll change things up.
Bombers.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You guys have been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's taken to the 26. A minute 52 to play until halftime. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for Broncos. First down.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Nix from the shotgun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Touchdown! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
Great. Set.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And they're on 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
At the 19-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go play action with Nix. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's Jackson to return. Sheds off the tackle. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Eagles, first down.
Good.
1st and 10.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Hurts going to move him around. Back to throw now on first down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Makuba. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fun to...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 33-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, That's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
Now Hurts changing up the play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Barkley inside handoff. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's another Eagles 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal. Still just a 2-score game in the 3rd quarter, but they're going to go onside kick here anyway. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Smith here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Up the middle with Barkley. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Broncos are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for Broncos. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9. To throw, here's Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
Broncos first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Broncos.
Now it's Nix.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
2nd and 10.
Bombers, bombers, bombers. Hold on, set. Ready.
Here's Nix once more. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete to Smith. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
A handoff to Barkley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
And what a big play, because now you're guaranteed at least a shot at extending this one. He had the 40-yard line picked out as his bare minimum to give them some kind of a game-tying attempt, and he got there. Excellent determination on that scramble, and it might just help them snatch away a victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tank Bigsby, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a fourth-quarter lead. If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the fourth.
And there's just so much stress on the defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
He's back to throw. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
He'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. Here comes 2nd down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. This is caught. It's Brown. He's got room at the 30. Down the right sideline. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Nix to the air. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's Nix. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
22-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. And this one is right through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for the Eagles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.